not one, not two, but 3 different custom shop experiences with your guitar building. We're going to break them down and let you know how it might go.
Hard and fast.
Hey, it's me, Baxter.
And me, Jonathan.
Oh, still getting over that little hard and fast moment. That was nice. Gave me the jiggles. So when you're going down the road and building a custom instrument from PRS to Gibson to Fender to any of these any lovely thing, boutique stuff, Ibanez, LSL, Charvels, like Gretsch. I'm trying to think of all the fun ones you can do, and there's so many, so much fun. Some of one of the best things you'll ever do in your life. You have kind of 3 choices.
Yep.
On how you're going to do it. Number 1.
You could do it with direct with the actual company that's making the guitar.
Some of the manufacturers do this, i.e. Gibson.
Yep.
So it's pretty much that one.
Or, you might even have some that's, because not all these choices will apply to every brand, right? Like, so like if you were going to do my brand, Novo, that's your only option.
Right.
So, you know what I mean?
Except
so like
for they have a special deal. I think Peach has Novo.
Do they?
As a UK distributor, so I think they might be doing their own runs there. So
changed.
Stay tuned on that. So you can do it direct. You can also go through one of the major big boxes.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's, your Sweetwater's, your Musician's Friend, your Guitar Centers. That's kind of it. That's your big boxes, right?
It's kind of weird, right? Yeah.
And then you have the third, and what we think is the sort of special choice called the Specialist. That's kind of neat. Sounds like a Jason Statham movie.
My God, the Specialist.
No, that's another movie.
The Beekeeper.
I can't wait to see that. I cannot wait. Don't even get me started. So going to a boutique shop or specialist just really focuses on the best experience, the best final delivery, and the best problem solving when stuff goes wrong, which inevitably it does sometimes in the world. That's a whole other video, so stay tuned for that as well. So let's break it down. Let's say you're going and you want to get yourself a Gibson made-to-measure guitar.
Bam.
You can go to the Gibson Garage, you can go to Gibson.com, or you can go to one of your boutique shops or your big box things. But let's say you go to the Gibson Garage.
Yep.
You can physically go there, which we highly recommend. It is awesome. You like
going in June.
Oh, you are going in June. You're going to help a friend out.
I am.
That's what we do. We're weird.
Strange. I know.
No, because we don't sell Gibsons. We just like them a lot. We think they're really cool.
We do enjoy them.
So you go to the Gibson Garage. The staff there is great. They're super nice. They have the made-to-measure sort of room where they sort of give you like an introductory thing. You can pick out your top for $1,000 extra, which I kind of recommend too.
Yeah, I think so.
Why not? You're already breaking the bank.
You're obviously rich. You're in the made-to-measure room at Gibson. It's fine.
You
can afford it.
You made it in life. If you made it that room,
it's fine. I mean, I'm sort of joking, but I'm sort of not. Like if you're there doing that, yeah.
I mean, sometimes like I feel like richer than we are just because we get to go to these places for work.
Yeah, but
You know what I mean?
Right.
Though?
No, yeah.
Like,
well, we get to do things that I wouldn't get to go do. But yeah, it's really fun.
Well, you don't get to spec out your like 5-figure guitar.
And then be like, oh, here you go, bam.
You go, payments, that's for the poor. So I'll pay for it right now.
Right.
But no, so and it's a cool experience. You have to pick out your neck carve, your inlay options, sort of. Your colors. Limited.
I mean, generally, there's way less you can pick out on Gibson stuff than like if you were doing a Fender custom.
Right, that's a whole different thing.
For example.
In the Fender custom shop does not have the ability to offer direct sales. It's got to be through an authorized showcase dealer usually to do it is a showcase dealer to offer a build most of the time. I think they have some custom dealers that can do it, but it's weird the way the tier structure works. If you have questions on that, just call us and let us know. We'll try to help you. We're confused too half the time.
That's true.
Never know where we stand because they change it sometimes. The manufacturers
it does change occasionally.
I think Taylor did that this last year. It's like, well, this whole tier system, we're doing a new one now.
Kabam!
I'm like, all right, whatever. Doesn't really matter. It's just made up things they decide. Okay, so anyway, but it can be a really good experience. I think going in that is fun, especially if you have a great rep you're working with there. Let's jump into like a big box for a minute.
Right.
So let's say you do call, you get your sales engineer or your sales associate on like, Musician's Friend or Sweetwater or GC, whoever you've chosen to your big box. Now, this is a little tougher.
I think it is a little tougher.
I'd say this is not their specialty.
Well, I'd imagine if you were like a rep in that situation, you need to be very wide which means you can't be as deep in all the things, right? We're like someone like us, we maybe aren't very wide, but the things we know about, we can know a lot because we're specialized. So, you know, it would probably be easier, or I guess the average like Sweetwater rep would probably do less custom builds than obviously the Gibson garage, and obviously
I could not probably work at Sweetwater because I don't have the breadth of knowledge, the width.
it would take a
Because if somebody
fair
called me
amount of
like,
training.
"Hey, I need this drum set," I'd be like, "Well, let me see what John next."
What do you mean? You just hit them. It's just wood, bending hoops.
I'd be. Oh, you know, they have their systems amazing. They can pull up anything on the fly, and they have all the specs up there. But but the difference is they're not going to have as much hands-on with it.
Right.
No matter as, even like a training course, it's different than being a full focus.
That's like what you do all the time. I mean, to be fair, I've had the guys where a Sweetwater rep go ask someone else who does have hands-on experience,
And that's
but
awesome.
specking out.
They're
custom
still
shop
one of the
guitars
best
is
in
a
the
little
business, but
Yes.
that's not necessarily their forte. They focus on like the traditionals, the standards, like the standard runs of things. That is what they
Yeah,
crush.
if you were gonna do a custom shop, and you want the newest 59 reissue, cool, awesome.
We've had multiple people calling with like great experiences they've had with the big box stuff, but a lot of tricky ones too. And there's a whole. We're going to talk more into that in another video. So just click like and subscribe again, and the ding dong, whatever that is. But that's a whole other thing. Now let's jump in a little bit and we're just doing brief paint strokes right here into your boutique shops and your specialists that focus on this. From that is exactly what we do at Casino Guitars. It's what Wildwood does a lot. They have the runs that they do more often than anything.
Yeah.
But we've sort of taken the flagship of just really focusing on custom builds a lot.
Yeah.
And we have a team, a small team. That's all we do all day.
We start from, hey, what are you thinking, and build it from there, which is a lot of fun.
We hold the hand pretty much from start to completion.
Well, I think we're at the size where you get a lot more one-on-one time with whoever's doing it, which is likely to be Baxter or I. But
no,
yeah.
there's about like 4 of us that can really do it, and we do it all day. That's what Jonathan does on his
that's about it.
computer a lot in his phone with the massage chairs.
I mean, the massage chair helps.
I gotta get the
Helps me
massage chair
think,
later.
loosens me up.
Well, sometimes it loosens me up too much.
I know. Like, oh God, it's nap time.
I think it's time to go home. It's 1 o'clock.
Maybe a nice
crap.
nice lunch from Tokyo Express.
Ooh.
And then a trip to the massage
Skip that
chair.
today. That's on you, buddy. You guys can do the Tokyo
I
today.
think we're Chick-fil-A today.
Are you doing Chick-fil-A?
We got gift cards.
Ooh, yeah.
Thanks to
Chick-fil-A.
Scott Grote.
I love Chick-fil-A.
Lunch provided by it.
If you don't, no, but through the specialist experience in the boutique shop, you're going to start with obviously, let's say you're building a Strat. We're going to start off are there any particular years you like? Let's talk about what kind of player you are. Let's talk about how you play the guitar. How do you hold the guitar? What has your experience been with Stratocasters so far? To let us know how much do we need to guide you? How many ideas do you have? Then you get into the minutia of body build, grain structure, the way you want the neck attached, the way you want the neck shape, the way you want your pickups to sound. Which pickups do you want? How do you want them wound? Do you want them hand wound, Josefina wound, upside down wound?
Well, and I think that we have so many custom shops come through for customers and not that, a lot of times people call and they say, I really am interested in these pickups or this neck shape, but I there's nowhere I can go within like a 4 or 5 hour drive that has them, right? So you've touched them, tell me about them. And I think that's really valuable and it's helpful.
And we do that, and we do that a lot. We play, hundreds of custom shop guitars. It's just part of it, throughout all the time. But also, if you're within driving range or even flying range, we recommend it. If you haven't played,
dude.
Just get on a flight, come in here. Here's the best hotels. We'll go have a drink afterwards. If you can drive in, do it. It's getting your hands on it. There's nothing quite like it. Because you think you want, and you might even change. We had a lot of people do this. I'm going to order this. They come in, they say, I love that guitar. That's the one I want. That's the way to do it.
I was going to say, you might actually decide, this one's already made for me. It's great. It's perfect in every way.
Or in your mind, you think you want a 60s Oval C, and then all of a sudden you play a 1056B. You're like, but can I do that on a Rosewood board? I'm like, you can do anything. That's the fun of the Fender universe in particular.
Yeah. And we've occasionally had people who still order the guitar they want and buy one they tried out in the meantime. I know that's getting into that's.
PRS is a lot of fun too. Getting the private
is.
stock world with that too, because being a specialist as well. If you wanted to do that, you can actually go to PRS with us as a customer. Now that we're back and open from the whole plague being over, you can actually. We've done it in Zoom and Skype before, but you can go up there
That is pretty wild.
And pick out,
yeah.
You pick out your woods. And even though like all these other manufacturers too, like they're way cooler than you think they are as far as their accessibility. Yeah. We've had customers out at Fender. We've had customers, that even aren't even ours, that are friends of the shop, that can go out to Gibson, get to meet the team, get to go on the factory tours, and be like, is my guitar in here somewhere getting built? And like sometimes, just sometimes, you might be there when your guitar is being built, which is really cool.
It takes a little magic, a little fairy dust.
A little bit of Jason
That's all it
Momoa
takes.
on the way too is usually how it helps.
My God.
So I mean, it's kind of nice that way. God, wouldn't that be fun to have?
Aquaman
What if that was an extra fee? Have Jason Momoa travel with you to help you select your guitar.
I bet he would be delightfully fun to select guitars with.
It's so like a quick review, breakdown. He would be fun. He's so it'd be frustrating because he's so pretty.
He is.
So again, you have your direct experience with certain manufacturers, which can be a thumbs up. It can be a okay, but thumbs up. It just depends on the luck of the draw a little bit. You have the big box, again, like okay, sometimes great. We've had like 50-50 on some of our reviews. We've gotten in on that. But
it depends on the experience you want, right? But yeah.
It depends exactly. If you're really comfortable with your folks you've been working with, like stick with.
And you don't want anyone to talk to you, or minimal. I mean, yeah.
Well, sure, that is the thing is like when I do a guitar with somebody, like you're gonna be talking to me for at least an hour. Probably. Like we're gonna be going like, and this is like not just one conversation.
Yeah.
Because like I'm gonna bother you on your cell phone.
Probably.
And try to find out like if I have an idea. Ooh, I want to try this pickup. I want to try that. What do you think? You ready to take a chance with me? Let's take a chance. And that's the fun of having a specialist or boutique shop that focuses on that too. We're of course a little bit biased, but not.
Of course.
Let us know your thoughts, your experiences, your hopes, your dreams. I almost said something else that was inappropriate, but I think that's kind of it. That one.
That's it.
Right?
That's it.
It's fun out there though, so enjoy. Click like, subscribe.
Hit the bell.
And peace be with you.